Hi guys, I'm Press G here. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Folks, I just have a recipe here, short and sweet, but you know what? It will do you a world of good because it does. And this is rosemary. Rosemary is a herb that is good for so many stuff, you know. And one of the main thing is rosemary. Making rosemary oil is good for hair growth, for joint pain, or you know, all of that is so very good. The day before I did um, show you how to convert the rosemary from the flower into a powdery spice. That you know, you see that one that you have to dry the rosemary first, and then you can ground it up. Well, we are going to be using this one. We can use both um, fresh and dry rosemary, and I'm using fresh right now. And one of the best thing to do is to have a pesto mortar. You know, don't do it in the blender or in even the magic bullet. The pesto, this is it. And I'm using the green one right now, folks. Okay, one thing with the green one, when I finish with it, make the oil, you keep it in the fridge because if the green one, it could break down outside. But if you use the dry one, you could keep it outside all year round. So this is the trick of this one now. So you're gonna get yourself a bottle, right? And it's basically two ingredients, just rosemary and olive oil. Okay, and the first thing now we gotta do, we're gonna take off the sprigs like that in the mortar. You don't want to take off the stick part because that is gonna be too hard. This is, you want to get once you put the oil, set the oil, you want to get it infused well. So the other part is gonna be much harder to be infused into the oil, and that's the whole idea. The rosemary will be you know, infused into the oil. And this is used for your hair and for ointment. So I see people also use it for skin blemishes and all of that, and it works for them. And as they say, you know, everybody's body is different, so what works for somebody might not work for someone else. So this is it, you know. It's great for knee joint pain because I use it on my knee, because over the years in nursing, you know, so much all and pull, you know, the knees joint get very damaged. So I basically use it, and I'm not saying that it total relief, but it helps with the pain, you know. So this is it. So you're gonna get a good amount of rosemary. Just take them from the stick like this, okay, just like that. And I use olive oil because I find olive oil is one of the best oil, other than coconut oil could also use, but I use olive oil. Okay, so basically, and folks, don't use extra virgin olive oil. Don't use you don't have to use extra virgin olive oil. You could just use plain olive oil, because the thing about it, you know, it works well. It works well in oil. You just have to make sure it's infused. So I have a bit of rosemary now, and folks, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to crush it up a bit, you know, because we want to get all that oil, all of that stuff out. So I don't want to pound it on the table because my friend is sleeping. See, if I pound it, it's gonna make a lot of noise. So we're gonna do it like this to crush the rosemary a bit, to get all, and you can smell it already, all that oil, you know, the scent. Rosemary is one of those herbs that it is so good. Next to basil, I think those two, and thyme. But rosemary has such a good scent. So I'm just holding it in my hand because I don't want it to make a lot of noise to wake up on. Because you know, I have had it done, and I just thought I want to get it done now, you know. And so you're gonna just, it's not even crush, you're just gonna beat up the rosemary, and once you beat it, you'll see the smell, the scent, the fragrance coming out, you know. So you do that for a few minutes. And folks, like I said, it is so, the smell is so beautiful, you know. You just keep, I don't want to pound it on the, because it's gonna make too much noise, so I'm holding it in my hand. Folks, the smell is so nice. Okay, so that's basically it right now. And see, it's all crushed up. Yeah, and basically we want it like this. That's why we don't want to do it in a food blender or the food processor or the magic bullet, because that's gonna, you know, blend it out too much. We just want to infuse we just want to soften it up a bit, all of it together, mix it up, and just release. Because if you put it in the pot just like that, you won't get a good result. You need to wake it up a bit. Yeah. Wow. Oh, okay, that's it there, folks. So just gonna put it in. You gonna get a clean bottle, and get one that is because you're gonna be putting in some boiling water on the fire for it to be infused for a couple of minutes, for about 5-10 minutes or so. And the best way when you use these bottles, folks, if you don't have one of those canning pot with a tray in it to put the bottle on, just fold up a thick towel and put it in the bottom of the pot, because otherwise the bottle might just give way and break. Okay, so what I'm doing now, just throw on the olive oil, and you're gonna put enough just to cover the rosemary, and then we're gonna close it and put it in some boiling water. So you see, just put in enough to cover all the rosemary. Okay, that's what it looks like. And it's very good for your hair, folks. That's the number one thing, and I can swear by that. I use it a lot in my hair. Yeah, it grows your hair, and it also protects the scalp, your scalp of your head. And it's the same treatment you use for rubbing all your joints and stuff like that, so it's a good thing. Very good. Rosemary is full of anti-inflammatory properties, antioxidant, antibacterial, anti-everything. That's about anti-everything, folks. Okay, so right now I am going to close it and put it in a pot on the stove. The water is going to get to a boil, and I'll show you, folks. This is what I mean. I'm going to move the camera closer, and this is what I mean. If you don't have this is a lid you put in the pot, so then you will put the bottle on top of it, so the bottle don't sit directly on the stove in the bottom of, with the water boiling. So I'm going to turn this back down because it's for the wrong. So I'm just going to put the bottle inside, and it's going to boil for a few minutes, and as it boils, you'll see the water is start to change the color, start to change to the color of the rosemary, a lot green. Okay, so folks, let me get back over here. And I did one last night, folks, so let me show you what that one looked like. And as you can see, yeah, this one was done last night, and you saw how green it is. Look at that. That is from the rosemary. That's from the rosemary. See that? How green it is? So what I'm gonna do right now, I am gonna strain it and put it in a bottle and keep it, and for my ear and for. So I'm just gonna shake it up a bit before I strain it out. Let me get a bigger strainer. And as I say, keep it in the fridge because it's green rosemary, and it will get sort of rancid outside. And you can keep it in the fridge for it can keep in the fridge for a long time. You just take it out when you're ready to use it, because you know it's olive oil, and even if it form to a thing in the fridge, when you get it out in a few minutes. So you see, so that's it right there. Okay, get out all that goodness. That's it. And folks, I have a bottle here, and I'm just gonna put it in. And what I'm gonna do, I'll just put a green rosemary sprig in it, and you don't have to, but it. And I'm just gonna bottle it. And there's no particular measurement. Once you do it, you just make sure the olive oil cover the amount of rosemary that you have that you will be using. That's it. That's all you need to do. No particular measurement or anything has to be done. You're just gonna use enough. Make sure you use enough rosemary. Okay, folks, I hope everybody is doing good. So, folks, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I see a few more people subscribe, so thank you very much. You know, I don't know who everybody who subscribe, but I just noticed that I get a couple more, so thanks a lot. And like I said, folks, this rosemary and this part now, folks, this is not going to be thrown out. This is, you can use this to boil tea right now, green like this, or I have a pile of it put down. I dried it, and as I said, in every form, rosemary is good for you folks. It's whether you rub with it or you're gonna use it as an oil to grow your ear. So I just had them to here, and they're dry, or you know, and they're good for making tea. So nothing is gonna go to waste from here. Okay, folks. So that's basically their rosemary oil, and that's what it is. Rosemary oil, and it's good for your hair. It's grow your hair a lot, and it's also good for pain, aches and pain in the joints. You know, like I said, everybody's body is different. I use it for my knee, and it does help. Better than the painkillers, you know, it does help. You know, so this is it. So yeah, so I just have this little bottle here now. When I'm ready, I just open it up. You can get this bottle at the dollar store, folks. This one was like, you know, not very expensive, and they're cute, you know. So that is rosemary oil there, folks. So that batch is boiling, so I let that boil for about 10 minutes, and then I leave it there to cool, and I do the same thing. I bottle it. Okay, so folks, that's how you get rosemary oil. Yeah, so right now it's on the stove being infused from the heat. So this is it. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, try it. It's like I said, I do like to do a lot of natural stuff, so you know, so give it a shot, folks. So everybody, have a good night, have a good evening, and try this, folks, and please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Okay, all right, peace.